Hello viewers, welcome to Frontline, powered by Itele Media. I am your host, Austyn Ochu. On this show, we discuss Nigeria in focus, and today we have a prominent political figure with us, and she has been a frontline figure in campaign and governance across many platforms, both states and in the federal. You know how we do it on our show? We allow our guests to introduce themselves. Hello, Ma. Please, can we meet you?
Okay. Thank you very much. My name is Dr. Lami Ehi Oguogho.
Okay.
I have a master's in industrial chemistry, PhD analytical chemistry, and also a federal board member in Sokoto State.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Our guest wears many hats. She is a member of the Tinubu Shettima campaign council, also the APC National Campaign Council. She has also served in the Kogi State Governorship Election Committee.
Federal board member now.
Wow, federal board member now. We are very honored to have you as a guest on our show, Ma.
Thank you very much.
Yes, Ma.
Thank you.
Okay, so we want to know what inspired your deep involvement in political mobilization.
Okay.
Yes, Ma.
Thank you very much. What inspired me was that, you know, right from school, yes, I was an activist. I've been involved in student activism, gender activism, trying to fight for the student and the female inclusion, in the student governance in the SUG. So from there, I needed to take it higher, to a higher level, of this activism, trying to go into politics. And I look at Nigerian dynamics of political party system in this country, and I found out that, for the APC, the All Progressive Congress, at that time, was a party that my ideology and principles is aligned with. And I started to begin to work with the APC, from the local, start from the local level, then to the national level. So that is how, I look at my principles and the principles of the party and their candidates at that time, particularly Tinubu now. So we have, the same ideology, and I believe in their own, principles of democracy and how they want to rescue the country. So I decided to align myself in the political party of the APC. Okay,
well, that's incredible. We would also like to know, how was your journey to the Tinubu Shettima Campaign Council? How did it go? How did you come upon that position?
Okay, thank you very much. First of all, I was a member of the Campaign Council, South-South Counter Mobilization. Also a member of Humanitarian South-South Tinubu Shettima Presidential Campaign Council. I was also in the Labour. I didn't put that there. Labour also South-South. Tinubu Shettima Presidential Campaign Council. And also in the Grassroots orientation, North-West, Tinubu Shettima Presidential Campaign Council. Then after the election, then we had another protests. We have another protest subcommittee we had for the president for 65 days. We did the Unity Fountain. For fighting for democracy, to try to restore democracy to our country. So I was part of that, movement. We were there for 2 months, fighting for democracy. Now, back to your, question. Like I said, nation building is sacrifice, and I believe that, we Nigerians, we all have our, mandate to be part of nation building. And I feel that for me to able to, to be heard, to participate fully, I have to come to the angle of politics. Especially when we have that, we have a kind of, women are kind of less in governance, but it's more of men-dominated, area. So I needed to call me as, to have that voice, to be able to, bring in more women, that it is possible that we can actually participate in politics and make it more pragmatic. Not the way it's being said that it's a dirty game. So that we can not just come to politics. What are you bringing on the table in politics? You're not just coming to come and take, because most people are coming to politics to say, I'm coming to take. you know. So, but we are coming as career politicians, whereby we have what we are doing, we have professionals, and want to participate, you know, contribution. What can I contribute? What can I add? Yes. And that reminds me of, you know, quote of quote that said, do not ask what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. Yes. So that's be a kind of, you know, thinking, what can I do in my own capacity? What can I add to my country? And that led me into, you know, into politics, to adding my contribution to have a voice. And we need more women to participate, more women to come into governance. And that is what, you know, so being Frontline, that will give a lot of encouragement to our young women, to our female, you know, folks, that it's possible that we can actually participate in governance. Yes.
Wow, that's wonderful, Ma. Okay, from what you've said, we also like to ask what impact you feel like you have made, especially to the Tinubu Shettima campaign so far. What impact have you made?
Okay, thank you very much. Now, for the impacts I have made, you know, though I have made some impact, but for me, I feel that I have not done enough. Just a little that I have done. Yeah. You know, we did the campaign across the country. We contribute our quota from local to national level, and like I said, we did. You know, we were a unity fountain. You know, fighting for democracy that for our president Lami Ehi Tinubu, led by Honorable Austyn Ochu. So we have, you know, been working very hard, even at grassroots level, you know, at state level and national level. But for me, I feel that we need to do more. You know, the impact is not much. We need to, you know, now we need to come out to participate fully, to do more of contributions than what we have done before 2023. So now we are going for another election in 2 years' time. So we want to do more, want to see more women in governance, more women to participate, not just only appointment position, but more of elective, you know, of political governance. Yeah.
Okay. Having said that, also we would like to know, you said there have been some shortcomings, you want to do more. Are there really like some challenges that you have faced, especially in the Tinubu Shettima? What do you think have been the challenges so far?
Okay. No, there are so many challenges because even in politics, you need funding. Funding is one of the major aspects you need to have. And it's an investment. You know, you have to invest in politics. You have to contribute. So there are a lot of challenges that we face. Funding, especially if it comes to women, you know, you need to have money to put into, you know, to be heard, to recognize. So that has been some kind of challenges in the area of funding. Actually, women need funding. For example, you want to go for elections. You are very good. You are vibrant. Even at local level, national level, you need funding to participate. You have to get the fund. Though the party have said, okay, if you are a female, you want to participate in politics in APC, the fund has been, you know, subsidized for women. But what are the logistics of the campaign? You know, you need to campaign. So money is an issue, you know, for women in politics. And to also education, it's another aspect, you know. And, you know, we need to go, for you to also be heard, you need education to be able to back up, you know, what you have. So for me, I will feel that if there's going to be a way that women can be more supported, we have the women want to go into politics, but the point is that the funding, who is sponsoring you? So that has been the challenges that we have as women. So if we can able to see more people that can push us forward in terms of, oh, you have these potentials, we can put in the funding to move forward, that would be very fine.
Okay. Doctor, also would like to ask, do you think women are being carried along, especially in this administration? And if not, what do you think are the challenges that might be facing women, especially in this administration, moving forward towards the 2027 election? Okay.
You know, in Tinubu administration, our president, I think women have been carried along. In fact, in the history of democracy so far, this is where we have high numbers of women in government. We have about 9% increase than what we have before. We can see a lot of women that are ministers. You know, we have a lot of essays, young, and mainly when I say women, I mean young people, young women, not just older women. We go to, if you see most of the essays to the president that are women, they are very, very young, that are even in the cabinet of government. So for me, Tinubu is a man that he believes in women. Of course, you can see his wife was in Senate for 8 years before becoming the first lady. So we have more women inclusion. So in APC, when you are good, when you have potentials, you have capacity, of course, the party will, you know, always put you forward. And you can see it in our administration of our president, that women are the one leading the key roles. women are inclusion. For example, today you see for board, all the board, there's each of women representative with every of the federal board across the country. In every of the appointments that the president has made so far, you are seeing women playing a key role in those administration, taking key decisions. So for this administration, for APC, is a very liberal, place that women are inclusion. So your own just to show your capacity and demonstrate what you have and your potentials. Of course, why not? Women are always, carried along.
Okay. So you have been a prominent member of the Tinubu Mobilization Force.
Yes,
the Tinubu Mobilization Force. So what do you think are the priorities of the TMF, especially moving forward to the 2027 election year?
Okay. I think I am the convener of the TMF.
Oh, wow.
Yes. I am the visionary. So TMF, we had we're in the villa, we did the APC summit in the villa, waiting our president was being endorsed for 2027. So there we had the revelation. I said, okay, what are we going to do for our president now that he has been endorsed for 2027? So that's how this idea of TMF came about. TMF. Now the objective of TMF, is to mobilize support for the Renew Hope vision, because most people are not aware of the Renew Hope agenda of Mr. President. When you ask every Nigerian, what is Renew Hope? What is this administration? They don't even know what is going on in the administration. So it's now our duty to say, okay, we are going to go this kind of concept, so trying to enlighten Nigerians on the Renew Hope agenda, on the policies of government, on the reforms, because you need that enlightenment. And that was what made us to do the program we did in June. We do the dissertation of the Renew Hope agenda. We have a comprehensive analysis of the objective, the performance, and the impact that's made so far in various sectors. And we bring in speakers to come and speak to Nigerians. So we are going to be marketing the Renew Hope to doorsteps. And number two, we also promote peace, unity, national development, because now we need reconciliation. At this point of history where we are trying to go for elections, we are trying to maintain peace and bring in reconciliations across the country. Now also trying to deepen citizen engagement on President Tinubu administration. Because people we need to involve in constructive engagement, town hall meetings on the New Hope vision. So we are ready and we meet business, and we have been doing that. We have been talking across stakeholders, leaders across the country, and they see what we are doing, and they buy into the vision of what we are doing at this time, because what we bring now, the concept now, is what we need now in our political system. TMF is what we need now, that we have now, and we are ready, and we are marketing the New Hope agenda, and we are moving from door-to-door steps of Nigerians to know the reform. So they need to know the reforms of what our president has been doing in different sectors, in the economy, in job creation, in education, in the health sector, in infrastructure. They must be aware, and they must understand the reforms, and that's what we are at for.
So that's wonderful for the TMF. So I want to ask, what exactly are the strategies that have been put in place to do this mobilization for the TMF for President Tinubu, and how it is specific towards the South-South and the North-Central region?
Now, we have in terms of the strategy, like I said, we're looking at the Renew Hope agenda, dissecting the 8-point agenda, taking it one by one, bringing in speakers, and begin to do enlightenment. Then outside that, we are going to move in to town hall meetings now, to take it to the grassroots, because look at politics, it's more of grassroots level. And we are the voice of the Renew Hope agenda. We are the voice in the polling units, we are the voice in the communities, we are the voice in the world, we are the voice in local government. So the voting is local, politics is local. So the vote is going to be done in the polling units. So we are going to be moving to polling units across the country, where we now begin to involve languages. So if you are going to move to maybe Katsina, for example, we move it in, we use the Hausa language in that across local government, across that state, to interpret what Tinubu is doing, from door to door. So you are going to South-South, the same thing you are going to be doing. So what we are doing now is we are going to be moving to town hall, meetings. Apart from national engagement we are doing with the elites, we need to move the Nigerians. So the grassroots. That's where voting is being done. That's where governance is taking place. So we're going to work with local governments, chairmen, traditional rulers, community leaders, and the grassroots, where we can go down and be pragmatic and let Nigerians know, for example, if you are a widow, you have 5 children, You can go, you can sponsor your children. You have net fund, you have loan. You can do it. Actually. Because they need to understand. Yes. So only just paper, oh, net fund, it's paperwork. No, it can't be done. So if you're a widow, you're not in Nigeria, you're a poor person, you have children to go to school, you can actually participate in this net fund loan. And it should be done. Okay. You can go to any course you want to read in any Nigerian universities. So look at the health sector. Yes. Now we are grading from health sector from 1 to level 2. You need to understand that, okay, if you are going to, you are sick, you don't have to go to, Abuja or something or whatever. You can get that medical care in that village, in that community, in your own primary health care centers. Okay. We have cancer centers now across the country, which we are doing. If you are going to do monogram, you don't have to come to Abuja now or go to abroad. You can do it in your village. I can do it in my village. People need to be aware. Yes. So whether we are going to be going down, that these reforms are not just paper, they are not policy framework, like what we said. It's a covenant between us and the people. It's a vision that has been, it has come to reality. Yes. Now we are going down to the grassroots to tell Nigerians, these things are real. You can do it. This is how you do it, and participate in the process. Okay,
so this is a very wonderful strategy, and hopefully this is maintained and it comes to pass. You were discussing about women being involved in politics and how you have taken charge and you have gone to the front row to make sure to show other women that this can be done. So I want to ask, how has it been trying to mentor the younger women and women in general on joining politics? Do you have some sort of programs that encourage women to take charge, get their party cards, and get involved in governance?
Okay, yeah. Thank you very much. You know, for the women in governance, if you want to, as a woman, want to be in politics, you have to have a principle and ideology and values that guides your, what you want to do. Actually. And you need to be ready, because it's not going to be easy. It's not going to come just like that. Actually. You have to fight. It has a lot of sacrifice, commitments. You have to just be involved. And like I said, for women, like I said, in politics, a men-dominated, environment. Yes. So for now, women are trying to come in. So you are going to define principles. Like, you don't have to say, okay, as a woman, because I'm a woman, I'm vulnerable. Oh, consider me for senator because I'm a woman. Are you getting? Okay. Oh, because I'm a woman, we must be in government. No. Merit has to take place. Actually. Competence has to take place. So you can't say, oh, because I'm a woman, just do the way it is. You have no. There must be values you have to put on the table. But you have to get the education. Yes. You have to be independent. You have to be competent. You have to have that merit to qualify you to stand in the leadership. So if I'm going for House of Rep, for example, you should not qualify because I'm a woman to become vulnerable. No, I have to be in that standard based on my resume that I'm qualified for this job. Absolutely. If you are giving ministerial appointment or DG, don't consider me I'm a woman. Look at my resume and look at how competent. So women need to be operating in that level. Because most women in politics are like, oh, I'm a woman, we are vulnerable. You don't go for development, you don't improve yourself. So we need to stop that and begin to have value for ourselves. That because I'm a woman, I can stand. Look at me in level of leadership, in level of competence, not in level of the other way around. Yes. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? So that is where women need to come in. And this is not happening in politics, because most women are vulnerable. So they are vulnerable. I'm a woman, just put me there. You get? Yeah. There's no competency in place. There's no value in place. You get? So, and if you don't put that, you're going to be neglected on the other side and put you one side. Yes. But when we start advocating for education, advocating for competence, then we start being the center stage of governance. Actually. They start taking us along, because we are not being value or merit. For example, we have many women like that, like Dr. Ngozi Iweala, yes, who is now in the WTO. Yes. These are women that are based on merit and competence. So they are being there based on what they have, what they can do, their capacity or what they can deliver. So if you are giving me a job, don't look me as a woman or put me at the back table, but look me that I have the capacity, I have leadership quality, and I have that's the resume that I can able to deliver this job. That is the area we should be looking at in leadership. Yes. That is where I feel we should be looking at. So that is what we are trying to pass across to the men. So we also need the men to help us. And we're trying to do that forum. We are doing advocacy and all that for young women in politics to come in and have that kind of ideology and that courage to come into politics. Okay. And very, very important, women education. Because education will place you on standard. Yes. You have to improve yourself. So you need more education, more education. That is going to bring value to what you have. So I encourage you to, you don't say I'm in politics, I'm okay. Invest in yourself, get the degrees, get the education, get the improvement, be competent, and be ready for anything.
Nice. These are powerful words from our doctor. And also, I want to ask also, moving on, roadmap to 2027, there has been a lot of political movements, people moving from one party to another, and coalitions and everything. So what is your vision for 2027? How do you see the election going?
Okay, my vision is very simple. It's a done deal for the president. Because those who are moving for coalition, they are frustrated. And like I said, we don't have time to look at those who are making noise on the internet, because we are very focused. Nigerians are focused people, and we begin to focus on the reforms. So those who are jumping from here and all there, they are just wasting the time. They are distracting Nigerians and even their own self. And if you look at them, they are still the old set of politicians, you know, who are looking for their own selfish interests based on their greediness. Of course, we can see them. So they are moving here and here. Those coalition, whatever they are doing, is just out of frustration. So the APC is not even moved by what they are doing. Of course, we know that this is a done deal. We have our reforms. We have our New Hope agenda. And just see what we are doing. Of course, you can see today, we have people, they are saying we are still borrowing money. We have able to pay from $180 billion now to $94 billion. We have paid $14 billion. We are only in 94. So where are we borrowing from? They say we are borrowing. We are not borrowing. You see, you can see a part of subsidy today. We have removed subsidy. We are able to save $84 billion. We have paid IMF loan. You see, now more states are now having more money. You know, when I went to my local government that day, they were happy because money is coming to the state. So these are things that we begin to ask. States are now even investing in projects. You can see revenue has increased. We see, so now that things are now working, we are seeing it, but very soon we start seeing the recovering down to the grassroots. Actually. Because we floated the naira. I keep telling people that in a poor country like Nigeria, where we are developing, we are 100% import dependent. Of course, we all since independence, 100% import dependent. Now you float the naira, you remove subsidy, there must be inflation. There is nowhere in the world you can, any way that can be interpreted. But now, at the end of the day, the thing will start coming down, recovery start coming down. Because there's no magic in governance. Yeah. Are you getting? So that is how it is being, gradual process is going. And why do you float the naira? Because we keep on borrowing every month $1.5 billion to defend the naira. And we are borrowing this money not to put infrastructure, but to defend the naira. How long can we continue? So for us to grow the economy, we need to remove that subsidy. Yes. So that we can able to turn that money to key infrastructure, which our president is doing. So it's going to be a gradual process, because for a country that is developing, a third world nations that is not producing, no production, even our refineries are not working, we have to export our oil and refine and pay and back to our country. But you can see that in Nigeria and in Africa, now number one exporter now in Africa. They are all there. Our debt profile for it has reduced. So these reforms, they are working. But very soon, you start seeing that they start coming down. Going to the ordinary Nigerians. Look at the net fund, like I said, the net fund. This there is real, the loan. You can bring your kids in, you have the net fund loan. They can go to school for free till after they have graduated, get a job, start paying gradual by gradual. Okay. So we have notable reforms to market to Nigerians, and the New Hope is delivering. So those ones that are making us from the back, the opposition, they are frustrated politicians, they are out of greed, and they are not going anywhere, and they are going to labor in vain. That's just the fact. Okay. And this is a done deal for our president. A done deal. Okay. One of the most easiest so far that in the history of Nigeria, because we have it. And you can see the comments. You can see today our president is in Brazil. He has signed the partnership with Brazil in agriculture. He has gone to Caribbean countries. So that alone, those travel has attracted over $50 billion investment to Nigeria. So you can see these things are real, and they are there for verifications. So with those ones, they know that there's no other way around. They can frustrate this government by joining themselves, the old cargoes who are frustrated, who are grandfathers supposed to be in the houses, not seeing their grandchildren, are still coming to tell you lies and all that. And those people, they are not going anywhere. Okay. They have lose, and they are frustrated politicians, and they will lose, and they will labor in vain. Tinubu is coming back, and one of the easiest elections. Nigerians are very focused people, and they have seen the reforms. And they will know by the grace of God that we are going to come back to Austyn Ochu. There is no vacancy in the Austyn Ochu. No vacancy. Okay. We can tell them no vacancy.
Okay. So the doctor sounds very, very confident that the APC will be retaining the presidential seat in 2027. You can tell them. So, Ma, your final message to Nigerians, especially those that might have lost hope in the renewed hope agenda, and what they should be expecting come 2027 and moving forward from 2027.
Okay. My final note to Nigerians is that I would say they should relax, they calm down. Tinubu is facing the country. It's facing Nigeria. And like I said, when you are in a poor country where you float the naira, remove subsidy, definitely the poor and the middle class will be affected. It's a normal economic indicators. Nigeria is not a new country, it's not as a result to that. But because of the lack of the enlightenment that we have in our country, so I'm pleading to the Nigerians that they should be patient, they should relax. Our president is working. Things will be fine. I know and I understand how it works. It's not easy, but it's better. It's for our future. Things are going to work fine. We're going to see all the reforms are already working, and things are going to be good. So you just relax, calm down. Tinubu is going to already facing the country. He has transformed the country. We are seeing notable reforms. We are seeing the investment. Of course, very soon it goes to your village. It's already in your village because you have not seen it. But now, very soon, start seeing it in the village, start coming down. Because they're in the recovering process. You can see inflation has come down, as it's declining. GDP has increased. So I'm pleading to Nigerians to please be patient, relax, be calm. Tinubu is facing the country. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. You've heard from our guest today, Dr. Lami Ehi Oguogho. Thank you so much for coming to our show. We really appreciate it. Thank you to the viewers also for staying with us till the end. Till next time, we'll be bringing you more powerful views on the front line as we focus on Nigeria. I'm your host, Austyn Ochu Jr. Goodbye.
Okay.